Hey you guys, what's up? It's Sarah here. Welcome to my channel. If you're new, please think about hitting that subscribe button. Welcome back to all my other subscribers. You guys are the best. Okay, so today, you guys, I got so much stuff to do. It's not even funny. It might be hard to see me with this hat on, but I had to go to the grocery store. It's a hat type of day, you guys. It's just what it is. But anyways, I've got a million things to do today, but I'm gonna be doing some plant maintenance. I need to do some watering, possibly some repotting. So I figured this is what I'm gonna be doing anyways, you guys. I might as well bring you along with me. We're getting ready to go out of town in the morning. So this is basically the only time I have to do it. Christmas has passed, it's almost New Year, and we're taking our little honeymoon vacay tomorrow. So I have way over neglected my plants. They're in bad condition, just with the wedding and working and just life in general. I totally let them go. And so they're really bad. So I have to water all of them. I might rearrange some and, you know, get them ready for me to be gone for a week. So come along with me if you want to hang out and water with me, because that's what we're going to be doing today. First off, what I want to do is water these bad boys in here because I have neglected them just like all my other plants, and they are in dire need of a drink. So let me have some more coffee first. I do have a little stool that I'm standing on. My poor Philodendron Brazil is in desperate short growth problems, in desperate need of a drink. Do you guys see how like flimsy and droopy, and the leaves are really soft? This is like beyond needing of a drink. So this one's number one, taking him to my shower and gonna give him a drink. All right, so let's see what's going on with this guy. Hey, dead. I'm gonna pull all of that out or cut it off. I think I'm gonna cut it. Maybe something will grow back from it. I'm gonna go ahead and give him a water too, because he does have a little bit of a bend to the leaves. So he's not super wrinkly, but again, since I'm gonna be gone and going out of town, I might as well just go ahead and do it. So I'm gonna go ahead and give him a water next. I'm standing on my couch trying to get this one. Oh, short, I'm so short. Okay, so here is my marble queen pothos. Took me a second to figure that one out. And this one has a few little crispy leaves, not bad. And it's not super droopy because I did water this one before I watered the other ones. It's really soft, and see the leaves are really soft and bendy. So I'm gonna go ahead and give him a water too. But here he is. If you guys can see, isn't it pretty? So next up I have this Sansevieria right here, and I don't think that this one's getting enough light. I'm gonna move him to a different spot because our window's back over there, and up there on the walls where I have all my hanging plants. I just don't think he's getting enough light. He's not really happy. He's surviving, which that's Sansevierias. They'll just continue to just live, but they're not gonna thrive. Here he is hanging from the rack. Then I just have this other guy right here, and more of them in the bottom of the tub. I don't care if, you know, if the macrames get wet and stuff, because they're just cheap and it doesn't bother me. I know that bothers some people, but this is kind of how I do it. And then once I take this guy in, I'll kind of hang each of them from this rack right here until I feel like they're dry enough to go back in my bedroom. I love you. Okay, so here we are in my next bedroom. This is what I have hanging in front of the window. I have just a little tray table right here with some more plants on it. This one is definite need of a watering. I can just tell. This one feels pretty good, this peperomia. It gets really wrinkly, but look at how dusty, you guys. It needs to be washed off so bad. Then I just have this some little cactus right here, a coral cactus. And my, if I can get it to show you, my little favorite Christmas ornament, my little Sasquatch with the Christmas tree lights around his neck. So he's gonna be staying here probably all season long. Golden pothos right here, I noticed it had some little funky bits going on, but it hasn't gotten any worse. It's basically stayed the same. So I'm not sure. I think it could be from getting too much humidity. Like I had it too close to my humidifier and it kind of got mushy. So I just sanitized my scissors with rubbing alcohol. I'm gonna go ahead and chop those off, but it definitely needs a watering. It has a little bit of yellowing leaves. Okay, so let's fill this one. I don't know, you guys, this does not feel like it needs a drink. So I can tell when my Hoyas need a drink just because the leaves get wrinkly, but these are really stiff. So I'm not gonna water it. Even the smaller leaves still feel pretty stiff. So all my plants are kind of on different watering schedules. And then this guy right here, this rickrack cactus or zigzag, I can't remember. I figured it out once after I bought it and then I've already forgot. I'm not gonna water him either just because it was really soaking wet and I want it to basically dry out a whole lot, but let's just go over here to the other side and I'll show you what I have on the other side of my window. Okay, so here's what I have on the other side. I have this starfish sansevieria, which I squeeze this to tell if it needs a water, and it doesn't. I recently did water it, so it feels really stiff and not very flexible, so I'm not gonna water that. And I did actually water my string of pearls and my poor string of bananas. This one, I'm probably gonna work on trimming it. But my cacti, I think I'm gonna water them. Yes, you guys, we had a busted pipe and that's what it looks like out in my yard. It's a complete mess. But anywho, yeah, so these still look pretty good. They get wrinkly when they wanna drink. I have another Hoya. Let's just do the same kind of test. I squeeze it to see if the leaves are bendable. This one's okay, it's getting close. This DF70, it's way, even though it's a Hoya, it's way different type leaves than all my other Hoyas, and this one dries out a whole ton. So this one's starting to get really bendable, so I'm gonna give it a water as well. So let's go on into the bathroom. Okay, so we're in the next bathroom. So another thing that I forgot to mention that I try to do is I try to get the water like room temperature, so I'll run hot and cold just so I'm not shocking the plant so it's not totally freezing or super hot. But this bathroom doesn't have like a pull down spout, and so it's a little bit more difficult, but I just kind of put it up under the faucet. Also make sure to have your little drain catcher in there so no soil comes out. And I forgot to show you guys that I have this bird's nest fern. Let me grab it. I have this bird's nest fern that basically lives in this bathroom. I haven't quite found him a spot, so he's just been living right here next to the window and seems to be happy. I was gonna add another hook so I could hang him underneath the other plants on the other side of the window, but I just haven't done it yet. So let's go ahead and start watering. So I run a little bit of both, just check to see if it feels not shocking to my hand. Then I'll do a little bit on this side. Then I'll do a little bit on this side. This guy's soil is kind of low looking, so I might add some more soil to the top. Add a little bit more. There she goes. Feels good. Okay, so now I just like to hang him on the hook in the shower. I have a lot to do, so I just need to stay focused and keep watering. So here's my DS70. It's really, really light, and like I said, the leaves are super, super soft. So I'm gonna go ahead and give him a water. Look at how cute he made babies. It was only just that one, and then now these other little guys. So last up is this coral cactus, and look, he's making something. I got this guy for $1, and yeah, he had glued rocks and stuff, but this does not have a hole in it. I know, but it was the only pot I had at the time. So I'm gonna water them. I don't overwater them. Sometimes I'll like tip them to make sure that all the water's out, but okay. Oh, you guys. Okay, so now that this room's done, I guess let's move on to the kitchen. I let all of them sit in here for a while and then I'll, you know, come back and put them all back away. Just to let them make sure they drain out really good. But okay, so let's move on to the next plants. When you have a lot of plants, you guys, it takes a while, but this will help me kind of get back on a better watering schedule because I've just kind of been like, this one's desperate, let me give it a quick drink in the sink. And yeah, this will help me get back on a watering schedule because I've been kind of all over the place with it, but that's okay, you know, it's just how it goes. Okay, you guys, so here we are back in my kitchen. I just took a second to heat up my coffee again. But before I get to watering my kitchen plants, I wanted to show you guys something that I got. Okay, so I got this for my sister and my sister-in-law as a wedding gift, and I'm so excited because I saw one at my sister's house and I was gawking over it. So here it is. Look at this beautiful handmade piece of pottery, okay? It also has a drainage hole and it has this tray. So, and my sister's friend, Julie, is a potter and she makes incredible stuff, you guys. Seriously, I have a mug. Hold on a second, I'll show you my mug. So here is the mug. Isn't it beautiful? She makes all of this herself. She glazes it, she fires it at her home, and this is what she does for a living. Love to support people who are artists, and this is incredible. She also has some that are like, have flowers on them, but you guys, she does this all by hand. Is this not beautiful? So I know she has an Etsy shop, so I'll put her link down below so you guys can go check her out. But seriously, and a saucer, I'm just swooning over this. It is just my favorite. I really wanted one, so I was so happy when my sister got me one of these. But let's go ahead and check out my other plants that need watering. Okay, so right here by my sink, I just keep these little pileas. They seem to be doing better over here since I was struggling. I have this little aloe propagation. I have an African violet, and I have these two little lucky bamboos right here. So what I'll usually do is just change the water out in those, and I have a little propagation back there. Then up here I have this begonia, which I had cut some of these off of my main plant and took them to my wedding to use on my cake, and I didn't end up, so I put them back down in here to try to repropagate them. So some of them are a little sad. It's probably those that just haven't taken. And Peanut, he loves to walk this little windowsill. And Jimbo, this is their favorite spot when I'm doing dishes, which I need to do dishes. I'm gonna try not to show you guys my dirty dishes. But then over here, just on this little cabinet, I have this little peperomia. Now this one is definitely in need of watering. Let me pull him out, I'll show you. He is soft, and do you see how you see all the veins in it? So he needs a drink. So I'm gonna do this and then we'll move on to the next. Now that I just showed you this begonia, I forgot that I really need to go to my laundry room and water this guy and pluck all the dead leaves because he is struggling at the moment. All right, you guys, so here we are in my laundry room. Take a look at this big guy right here. This is my giant begonia, and it is desperate in need of a drink. I'm gonna pluck off all the bad leaves, and it's producing a lot of new leaves, so I'm not really worried about it so much. What I've kind of figured out is once it shoots off new leaves, kind of the older leaves will die off, but it's a little bit sad looking just because I did pluck some to use, like I said, for my wedding. So pluck them, whatever. I clipped some to use for my wedding. Pull off all the dead and then give it a good drink. So let's do it. The ones that want to come off will kind of just fall off, but this is kind of, they're starting to get like chlorotic and yellow. These are the ones I'm going to take off. And I found that if I actually pluck them off, that it produces the babies quicker. So, you know, the ones that are bad, if they're not totally gone yet, then I don't pluck them off. But this one has a lot right now, like I said, because, well, number one, winter, and then also my failed propagations. So yeah. So like this one, these will go, but I'm gonna leave them for a little while longer. This one's pretty going, but see, it's producing a new baby, so I'm not gonna worry about it, but if they come off easy, then it, you know, they were gonna drop anyways. This is just me. I don't always do it, but if I'm not careful and I don't pluck these off, they'll just be all over the floor and my cats will get them. But I think after a good watering, this is seriously the sparsest this plant has ever been. So yeah. So part of it is probably for me going too long without watering it. And the other part is probably just winter blues. That's what I'm calling it, winter blues. Okay, so I think that's good. This one, you know, it can still photosynthesize if it's on there. If it's not really yellow, I'm not gonna pluck it off. So I'm just gonna go ahead and give this guy a drink and then we'll go on to the porch. So yeah. Oh, I see a leaf that I didn't get out. It is so dry. I'm just gonna go around. You know, it's really, really dry when it starts to kind of like pull away from the pot. But I see it coming out the bottom. Okay, so I usually give them 1 can full this size. It's actually more than what it looks like. Okay, you guys, so here we are in my mudroom bathroom. This is the bathroom that's closest to my plant room. And I like to bring all my big plants in here or plants from in there to water. It does have a pull down spout in here, so I am thankful for that. But look at how giant this guy is, this Rojo Congo. Oh my gosh, you guys. It's huge. I have a little Monstera that desperately needs a pole. It is so wonky. It needs a pole, but another day, another project. And my pothos back here, that's long all the way to the floor. So I'm gonna go ahead and give these guys a drink and then we will move on. I'm gonna show you what I have going on this shelf. It's a complete disaster, an absolute mess. My little cat has figured out how to climb the brick wall and get on this bottom shelf. So on this bottom shelf right here, it's a complete mess, but I have all these little propagations which are way overdue. Look at this, you guys. There's so many roots in here and I'm scared if I don't pot these things up soon that I'm not gonna be able to get them out of the bottle. So I think I'm gonna go ahead and do that. First, I'm gonna take everything off this shelf. I'm gonna wipe the shelf down, but look at this. That is way too long. I'm worried that they're gonna have a hard time transitioning since I let the roots get way too long, but you know what, it just happens. So yeah, I'm gonna clean this shelf off. I'm gonna move everything to the top. Then I think I'm gonna go ahead and plant up these propagations before we leave. So at least that's one less thing I need to worry about. See, you just jumped in the watering bucket. Why are you playing in the watering bucket? Now your paws are all soaking wet. She's gonna have to go up into the kennel for a little while until I finish. This is why I can't keep you out here with me, because you make too much of a mess. My kitty hat. You like my kitty hat? Peanut just did the same thing, put his paw up in the bucket. Now I'm just gonna pot up some of my stuff. I don't know if you can see me with my hat on, but okay, so I have this little guy right here. I have this pot and I have this little pot that I was using as a catch pot, but I got this little pot from Potty off of Amazon, and they wanted to send this pot for me for free to check it out and let them know what I thought about it. So I made a little Instagram post, but now I'm gonna actually be putting a plant in it. So what I'm thinking is I'm gonna plant this arrowhead in these because the roots are so long. So I don't know, I think I'm gonna mix them, you guys. I have 2 different kinds. I've never done that, but I know some people mix them. I don't know why, I'm just not big about mixing plants. So let's go ahead and do that one first. No, don't, no, baby. Get down, move. I gotta get into the soil. Okay, I'm gonna open the bucket up with you on top of it. You better get down. Okay, you guys, here it is, all potted up, you know, leaking all over the place. But anyways, I just want to say thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for liking, subscribing. You guys are the best. Also, thanks for hanging out with me today as I did my plant chores. And I don't know if I'll film tomorrow or not, but I've got more plant chores to do. But you know what? This is just enjoyable to me. Anyways, you guys, I hope you have a great night. Thanks again for watching. I'll see you again in my next video. Bye.
Boom.